Happy to be in? Like something better? Where's your head at?
I mean, we're thrilled to be in the NCAA Tournament, hear our name called with the best teams in the country. We think we deserve to be there, and you can't win unless you're there. So we're in no different situation than VCU was. They went to the Final Four, and again, a big step for our program was being a part of this very special event, but also to be recognized as one of the better teams in the country. That's where we want to be, so we're thrilled to have that happen.
We're down to the last bracket there, a little nervous?
Yes, yeah. The whole getting in the last region is just, it's a luck thing. But it's tremendous.
Which announcement caused you the most consternation?
None. Just waiting. There was no announcement that weighed more heavily than anything else. You just wanted to be named by the end of the show, and obviously the last region was up. The three had passed us, and just by luck of the draw, we ended up being in the last one they covered. So they made us wait. They made us sweat a little bit, but it was obviously worth it.
What does it mean to the program? You say it means a lot. Can you define how it?
Yeah, the NCAA Tournament is for the best teams in the country. There's about 40 at-large berths, and there's over 340 Division I schools. There's an awful lot of BCS teams out there and others that are extremely committed to this sport, that spend a lot of money on it, and for us to have our commitment and Salle rewarded and to be in this tournament is a big deal. Think about some of the names that are not in this tournament, and it just shows how hard it is to get here.
Your team has been kind of a fun team to be around and to see grow the last couple of years. What does it mean for you to see your guys do
it's
what
a big
you ask?
It's not only our guys, but the student athletes at all schools work so hard. And they're in weight rooms at 7 in the morning in the summertime when people think they're on vacation. They're going from classes to study hall to practice, and they have a hard job. They really do. And I think our guys work at it as hard as anyone anywhere. So obviously they're kids we like. They've done great things for LaSalle, and we're just thrilled that these guys get rewarded. They really deserve it.
John, how do you balance enjoying it versus know you're going to work too? How do you balance that?
It's just coaching. You rest and enjoy it when the season's over. And you look at me now, I'm no different than if you were talking to me about the Butler game and the St. Louis game before that. And, I recognize what a special moment this is for our players and for the program, and again for our alums and former players and fans who have waited for 21 years. But coaches are where we are because we're focused, and we kind of take things step by step, and we're looking forward to finishing these nice interviews. It's a great problem to have, trust me, but pretty soon I have to start to think about Boise State more seriously.
What can you know about Boise State at this point?
Yeah, right now I don't know much. I actually follow them like we follow all teams throughout the year, but I haven't seen them play, and I haven't studied them. I know the league they're in. I know where they finished in that league. I know the people that they've beaten, and I think that the Mountain West is very similar to the Atlantic 10. I think they've gotten 5 bids in. We got 5 bids. It's a high major league. We got in more bids, I think, than some of the BCS conferences, and we'll know more about them in detail soon.
And what does that mean? I mean, you guys being the 5th team in the Atlantic 10, what does that mean for the conference going forward as far as its profile in future?
Well, the Atlantic 10 has been great ever since it's been a conference, and teams have come and go in the Atlantic 10, and yet we sit here today with one of the best conferences in the country, and that's going to continue. I mean, the Atlantic 10 just has a track record, and it's always going to be a great league.
Do you think this is an acknowledgement, a continued acknowledgement?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 5 bids is a very high number, and I think the league has gotten a lot of respect, and certainly nothing comes across more clearly than the 5 bids we got today.
Is there any advantage in playing on the floor where you played before?
You know, I thought of that today. I think there could be something to that. At least, again, all our guys played there last year, and it certainly can't hurt. I don't know if it'll help, but it certainly can't hurt.
What's the Steve Fleck report?
He's going to be seen tomorrow. Yeah, he sees the doctor tomorrow. So no report at the moment. Just it's every Monday they see him, and they give us whatever news they find, and tomorrow's that day.
So you didn't have to wait. Now that you're in, there's no different report than yesterday.
No. Unfortunately, the bid doesn't bring healing powers along with it.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
You talk as a coach, obviously, when you're in this profession, your resume, some people would say, wouldn't be complete when you retire if there's not an NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
You could argue the other side of that. Do you agree?
Well, you're getting to the personal side of it now, and of course, but yeah, personally, yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's the way people are measured in our business, and it's infinitely harder than the average fan would realize. I told one person today, I said, "Do you realize?" And I just rattled off a bunch of schools. Florida State isn't going to be in it. Iowa's not going to be in it. Stanford's not going to be in it, and you just can go on and on and on and name household cut names. Texas is not in it.
You throw in Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's not in it. So I mean, this is a very difficult thing to do, and I'm thrilled for everyone that we're in, and it is important. It's important, however you look at it, from our alums and the former players who waited 21 years. It's important to these kids who only have 4 chances in their career to make it, and they truly dedicate themselves 12 months a year. It's important, and to the coaches, it's important.
Was there any symbol in the last couple of days from, I'm looking for, from the fan base where you realized what 21 years was to
No, trust me, the people at LaSalle have seen some of the best teams in the country if they were here in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. So from the day I got here, you see the passion from those people. They love basketball, and they love LaSalle, and they've waited a long time for this. And I knew that the first day I was here.
I'm assuming that there's no fully formed sentence that went through your head when you saw LaSalle.
I didn't see it. The players jumped up, and I didn't even get to see it, so I didn't even get my moment, so to speak. But obviously, I looked around them a couple seconds later and saw the details of the good news. But it's actually kind of funny. They shot up before I could even see the screen, and they blocked my view.
You have a quick team, right?
What's next for you, John? I mean, do you guys take a moment to celebrate at all, or is it the turnaround?
Well, I'm sure they'll feel we practiced earlier today, so the work is done, and now I'm sure Sean Neal, our director of operations, is working on tomorrow's schedule, and we'll I'll have the nice problem of doing the media part of being selected. My staff will start working on Boise State immediately, and later on tonight I'll get to start on it.
Do you see any benefit from not having the 5 days to sit or the 4 days to sit versus being able to, you're playing right away?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Time will tell on that one.
You mentioned after the Butler game that